Listen to me carefully, chosen one. If you stop to watch this video at this exact moment, it wasn't chance. I just received a devastating revelation about something happening to you that's going to blow your mind. There's an inevitable transformation unfolding in your life. A metamorphosis so powerful, so definitive, that I can affirm with 100% absolute certainty, you are going to become something extraordinary. It's not possibility. It's not hope. It's destiny sealed in the spiritual world. And here comes the part that will give you chills. They already know it. Who are they? The same forces that try to keep people like you small, limited, invisible. The same energies that work day and night to prevent special souls from awakening to their true potential. They detected your transformation even before you realized it was happening. They're monitoring every step of your evolution, analyzing every change in your energy, calculating exactly when you'll reach the point of no return. Because when you complete this transformation, when you become 100% what you're destined to be, your influence will become a threat to everything they built to keep people spiritually asleep. You're becoming a leader, an awakener, a force that will wake multitudes, and they're terrified. In recent months, you must have felt strange changes in your life. People reacting differently to your presence, opportunities appearing from unexpected places, a confidence growing inside you that you can't explain. This isn't coincidence. It's the transformation process accelerating. Subscribe to this channel immediately and activate all notifications, because what I'm about to reveal about how to recognize the signs of this inevitable transformation and how to protect yourself from forces trying to prevent it is being systematically hidden from people like you who are destined to lead generations. And stay until the end, because I'm going to show you exactly what you're transforming into, why it's impossible to stop this process, and how to accelerate your evolution so you reach your destiny before they manage to interfere. Write 777 in the comments if you feel something powerful growing inside you and you're ready to discover the truth about your inevitable transformation. Let me explain exactly what changes they're observing in your life that confirm you're going through this transformation. First sign, your presence is impacting people automatically. You enter an environment and subconsciously people feel drawn to talk with you. They seek your opinion on matters they never asked you about before. They want your approval without knowing how to explain why. This happens because your energy is expanding. Your aura is growing. Your spiritual authority is manifesting in ways others feel instinctively, even though they don't understand what's happening. Second sign, problems that used to knock you down now resolve more easily. You face difficulties maintaining a peace that surprises even yourself, as if you developed emotional resistance you didn't have before, because you did develop it. Your transformation includes internal strengthening, preparing you for greater responsibilities that are coming. Third sign, you started having ideas that go beyond your normal experience. Solutions to complex problems arise in your mind without having studied the subject. Insights about situations that shouldn't make sense to you. That's wisdom being activated. Superior knowledge being unlocked as you evolve to the next level of consciousness. Fourth sign, people have extreme reactions toward you. Either they love you intensely or feel unexplainable discomfort in your presence. Rarely does anyone stay neutral when meeting you, because your light is intensifying, and intense light forces each person to confront their own level of spiritual development through automatic comparison. Fifth sign, you feel growing restlessness with your current situation, as if you knew you were made for something greater, but haven't discovered exactly what yet. That restlessness is your soul recognizing it's ready for the next phase. But your conscious mind hasn't fully processed what's happening. All these signs together confirm the same thing. You're going through accelerated evolution that will result in a completely new version of who you are. And the forces that benefit from people remaining small are observing each of these signs with growing concern, because they know that when your transformation completes, you're going to become someone they can't control, manipulate, or silence. You're going to become a threat to everything they represent. And that's why they're trying to interfere in the process before it's too late. Now I'm going to reveal exactly who those forces are that are monitoring your transformation, and why your evolution represents such a great threat to them. They aren't necessarily specific physical people. They're energies, systems, mentalities that benefit when human beings remain limited, confused, dependent. They include people who profit from your insecurity, systems that strengthen with your weakness, social structures that function better when you believe you're common, insignificant, without real power. When you transform into the person you're destined to be, you automatically become a threat to all those schemes. Because a transformed person doesn't consume products that promise self-esteem, doesn't accept soul-sucking jobs, doesn't submit to relationships that diminish their energy, doesn't vote for lying politicians, doesn't buy dreams sold by false gurus. A transformed person thinks for themselves, acts with their own authority, inspires others to awaken too. And that's a nightmare for any system that depends on people sleeping spiritually to continue existing. That's why they develop specific strategies to prevent transformations like yours. First strategy, constant distraction. They bombard your mind with irrelevant information, empty entertainment, artificial worries so you don't have time or energy to focus on your own growth. Second strategy, normalization of mediocrity. They make you believe being common is virtue, that standing out is arrogance, that having big ambitions is unrealistic. Third strategy, social isolation. They push positive people from your life, place toxic relationships in your path, make you feel alone when you're evolving. Fourth strategy, economic sabotage. They create financial obstacles right when you're ready to take bigger steps, block opportunities, generate crises that force you to focus on basic survival instead of growth. Fifth strategy, psychological warfare. They activate your insecurities, resurrect old traumas, make you doubt yourself right when you're closest to breakthrough. But here's what they can't do: completely prevent your transformation. Because the process happening to you doesn't depend on external circumstances. It's internal evolution activated by spiritual decree that transcends human interference. They can delay, they can complicate, they can try to destabilize, but they can't cancel, because you're not transforming through your own effort. You're being transformed by superior forces that have authority over any resistance they can offer. And the more they try to prevent, the more evidence they create that your transformation really is inevitable and powerful. Now I'm going to explain why I can affirm with 100% certainty that you are going to become what you're destined to be. There's a spiritual law called Law of Evolutionary Inevitability that governs how special souls develop throughout earthly life. When consciousness reaches a certain level of purity, wisdom, and compassion, it automatically activates an irreversible transformation process that elevates it to the next evolutionary stage. It's like a seed that reached sufficient maturity to germinate. You can try to prevent growth by cutting the sprouts, but you can't prevent the seed from continuing to try to become a tree. Because it's its nature, its destiny encoded in its spiritual DNA. You reach that point of spiritual maturity. The experiences you went through, the lessons you learned, the compassion you developed activated evolutionary codes that now operate independently of your conscious will. You are transforming whether you want to or not, consciously or unconsciously, fast or slow. The only variable is the speed and ease of the process, and there are mathematical indicators that confirm you're on the accelerated trajectory. First indicator, frequency of synchronicities in your life. Meaningful coincidences increased drastically in recent months. This indicates you're aligning with cosmic flow that facilitates manifestations. Second indicator, speed of problem resolution. Situations that used to take weeks to resolve now untangle in days. This confirms you have active spiritual support accelerating your journey. Third indicator, quality of opportunities arising. Not just more opportunities, but better opportunities, more aligned with your real potential. The universe is positioning you strategically. Fourth indicator, level of people entering your life. More evolved individuals, more influential, more spiritually aligned started appearing in your circle. You're being connected with your new social category. For those who want to go deeper into this knowledge about evolutionary acceleration, there's exclusive material in the description and pinned comment. Fifth indicator, intensity of resistances you face. Paradoxically, the greater the opposition that arises, the greater the confirmation that your transformation is real and powerful. The universe doesn't waste energy fighting insignificant things. All these indicators together create a mathematical pattern that allows calculating your trajectory with scientific precision. And the numbers are unequivocal. You're transforming into a spiritual leader, influencer of multitudes, person whose voice will impact generations. It's not romantic possibility. It's statistical reality based on analysis of the energetic data you're generating. Your transformation is as certain as the law of gravity. The only question is, Are you going to consciously collaborate with the process, or are you going to be transformed by force through circumstances? To help you better understand how this law of evolutionary inevitability works, let me show you historical examples of people who went through exactly the same process you're living. Joseph of Egypt. Since adolescence, he knew he was destined for something great. He had prophetic dreams revealing his leadership future. His own brothers knew he would be important, and that's why they tried to prevent it by selling him as a slave. But they couldn't prevent it. Why? Because his transformation didn't depend on favorable circumstances. It depended on divine decree that fulfilled itself regardless of the opposition he faced. He was sold as a slave, but became administrator of Potiphar's house. He was falsely accused, but became leader in prison. He was forgotten by the cupbearer, but was remembered by Pharaoh at the exact hour. Every attempt to prevent his evolution only repositioned him for the next phase of transformation. Moses. He was born during a period when Hebrew babies were systematically murdered. Oppressive forces knew that a liberator would be born among the Hebrews, and that's why they tried to prevent it through infanticide. But they couldn't, because whoever is born with transcendental mission has supernatural protection that surpasses any human resistance. Moses was saved from the waters, raised in Pharaoh's house, educated with Egypt's best resources, unconsciously prepared to free the people Pharaoh tried to destroy. The very attempt to eliminate him became the tool of his preparation. David. When Samuel went to anoint Israel's new king, not even his own father considered David a candidate. He was shepherding sheep while his older brothers were presented to the prophet. But God rejected all obvious candidates and specifically asked for the one who wasn't present. Because true transformations often happen with whoever seems least likely to stand out. David faced the giant when he was just a teenager. He was persecuted by Saul for years, lived as a fugitive in caves. But each obstacle only strengthened his preparation to become Israel's most important king in history, Jesus Christ. From birth, Herod knew someone was born who would threaten his power. He tried to prevent it by killing all children in Bethlehem. But he couldn't, because cosmic missions have cosmic protection. For 30 years, Jesus lived in relative anonymity. But when the hour of his public manifestation arrived, not even crucifixion managed to prevent the impact of his transformation on humanity. All these examples confirm the same pattern. People destined for extraordinary transformations always face resistance proportional to the importance of their mission. And they always overcome that resistance not through their own strength, but because they operate with support from spiritual laws that transcend human limitations. You're following exactly the same pattern. The resistances you face, the sabotage attempts you perceive, the feeling of being watched by hidden forces. All this confirms you're on the right path to becoming someone truly significant. Your transformation isn't just probable, it's inevitable. Since your evolution is inevitable, the strategic question is how to accelerate the process so you reach your maximum potential in the shortest time possible. First, stop resisting the changes happening in your life. Many people unconsciously fight their own transformation because they're afraid of ceasing to be who they always were. But you're not losing your identity. You're discovering your true identity that was hidden beneath layers of social conditioning. Second, consciously distance yourself from people, places, and activities that drain your energy. Your transformation requires constant high vibration. Anything that lowers your frequency will delay the process. This may mean cutting toxic relationships, leaving jobs that suffocate your soul, stopping consumption of entertainment that dulls your mind. Third, dedicate daily time to activities that expand your consciousness. Meditation, prayer, reading inspiring texts, contact with nature. Your evolution needs quality spiritual fuel. Fourth, act as if you already were the person you're becoming. Start making decisions with authority, speaking with confidence, positioning yourself with clarity. You need to grow into the role before receiving the promotion. Fifth, document your journey. Write about the changes you're perceiving in yourself. Note the synchronicities. Record the insights. This accelerates conscious integration of what's happening subconsciously. Sixth, connect with other people also going through similar transformations. Evolution is faster when it happens in community of individuals with aligned objectives. Seventh, invest in knowledge that develops your natural capacities. Courses, mentorships, books that expand your leadership, communication, influence skills. You'll need those tools to fulfill your mission. Eighth, practice gratitude for challenges you face. Every resistance you overcome strengthens spiritual muscles that will be necessary to deal with greater responsibilities. Ninth, keep secret about your bigger plans. Powerful transformations happen better away from the eyes of people who might envy, sabotage, or drain energy from the process with doubts. 10th, trust divine timing. Some phases of transformation can't be forced. They have to mature in the right time. Your only responsibility is to stay prepared and available. When you apply these principles consistently, your evolution happens at maximum possible speed without compromising the solidity of the final result. And the faster you transform, the less time contrary forces have to organize effective resistance. Speed becomes your strategic ally in the race between your evolution and sabotage attempts. As your transformation deepens, you're going to develop capacities you currently don't even imagine possessing. First, power, magnetic influence. Your presence will become so powerful that people will naturally be drawn to listen to what you have to say. You won't need to convince anyone of anything. Your spiritual authority will be automatically recognized. Second, power, supernatural discernment. You'll manage to perceive immediately people's true intentions. Lies will become obvious. Manipulations will be transparent. You'll read people like open books. Third, power, accelerated manifestation. Your thoughts and words will have direct impact on physical reality. What you declare with faith will materialize much more quickly than before. Fourth, power, energetic healing. Your presence will have healing effect on people around you. Others will feel emotionally better just by being near you. Your energy will function as medicine for wounded souls. Fifth, power, strategic wisdom. You'll manage to see solutions to complex problems with crystal clarity. Strategies will arise in your mind instantly. You'll become natural counselor for whoever faces difficulties. Sixth, power, expanded spiritual protection. Low vibration attacks will no longer affect you. Ill-intentioned people will feel discomfort in your presence. You'll be shielded against negative energies. Seventh, power, magnetized abundance. Financial resources will flow toward you from multiple sources. Opportunities will multiply. You'll attract abundance proportionally to your capacity to use resources to impact lives. Eighth, power, natural leadership. People will start following your example without you needing to ask. Your life will become a model others want to imitate. You'll lead by example, not by imposed authority. Ninth, power, inspiring communication. Your words will touch hearts deeply. You'll manage to motivate people to overcome limitations they carried for years. Your voice will awaken dormant potential in multitudes. 10th, power, prophetic vision. You'll manage to perceive future trends before they manifest. You'll anticipate social, economic, spiritual changes. Your intuition will become precise radar for navigating the world. All these powers aren't spiritual fantasy. They're real capacities that transformed people develop when they reach elevated levels of consciousness evolution. And you're walking exactly in the direction of developing them. But remember, great powers come with great responsibilities. You're not being transformed to impress others or feel superior. You're being prepared to serve humanity in ways few manage. Your expanded capacities are tools to fulfill greater mission, not toys for ego satisfaction. As you approach the complete version of who you're destined to be, you need to prepare for responsibilities that come with that evolution level. First, responsibility. Be a living example of human possibility. Your life will become proof that it's possible to transcend limitations, overcome conditioning, reach superior levels of consciousness. People will look at you and think, if they did it, I can too. Your transformation will inspire other transformations. You'll become catalyst for collective awakening. Second, responsibility. Use your influence exclusively to elevate others. Every word you speak, every decision you make, every action you execute must serve the purpose of helping people discover their own potential. Third, responsibility. Maintain humility even when developing extraordinary capacities. Spiritual powers can inflate ego if you forget they're service tools, not reasons for personal pride. Fourth, responsibility. Protect vulnerable people who will approach you seeking guidance. Many will project unrealistic expectations onto you. Others will try to become dependent on your energy. You need to know how to establish healthy boundaries. Fifth, responsibility. Continue evolving constantly. Transformation isn't a single event. It's a continuous process. You can never stop growing, learning, perfecting yourself. Sixth responsibility, face directed attacks. When you become significant positive influence, you naturally become target of forces wanting to neutralize your impact. You need to develop endurance to persevere even under pressure. Seventh responsibility, make decisions that benefit future generations, not just your present convenience. Your perspective needs to expand to include long-term consequences of your choices. Eighth responsibility, maintain balance between personal life and public mission. It's easy to get completely lost in the role and neglect relationships, health, personal well-being. You need to take care of yourself to be able to take care of others. Ninth responsibility, administer resources with wisdom. Financial abundance that will flow toward you should be invested strategically to amplify your impact, not wasted on unnecessary luxuries. 10th responsibility, prepare successors. Eventually, you'll need to train other people to continue the work you initiated. True leadership is measured by capacity to develop other leaders. These responsibilities may seem heavy, but they come accompanied by proportional resources to fulfill them. Along with great responsibilities, you receive great wisdom to administer them, great strength to sustain them, great spiritual support, so you don't carry them alone. Your transformation isn't just personal evolution. It's preparation for spiritual leadership that will impact thousands of lives. And the more you consciously accept that responsibility, the more quickly you receive training to execute it with excellence. Now that you understand the magnitude of your transformation and why certain forces try to prevent it, you need to learn to protect yourself strategically. First, shield. Selective social circle. Maintain proximity only with people who genuinely celebrate your growth. Distance yourself from anyone who subtly tries to diminish your achievements, question your dreams, or drain your energy with constant negativity. Second, shield. Controlled information. Stop consuming news that amplifies fear, anxiety, hopelessness. Limit exposure to social media that promotes toxic comparison. Your mind needs high-quality fuel to sustain accelerated transformation. Third, shield. Non-negotiable spiritual routine. Establish daily spiritual connection practices that no one can interrupt. Prayer, meditation, inspiring reading. This maintains your elevated frequency regardless of external chaos. Fourth, shield. Progressive financial independence. Develop multiple income sources that don't depend on a specific person or system. The less dependent you are on others to survive, the less vulnerable you become to blackmail and manipulation. Fifth, shield. Progress documentation. Keep record of your achievements, insights, evolutions. When they try to make you doubt your own growth, you'll have concrete evidence to consult. Sixth, shield. Spiritual support network. Connect with other people also on similar transformation journeys. When you face directed attacks, you need people who understand what you're going through and can offer genuine support. Seventh, shield. Strategic discretion. Not everyone needs to know about your plans, achievements, or developing capacities. Keep your most important moves in secrecy until they're consolidated. Eighth, shield. Optimized physical health. Strong body sustains strong mind. Invest in quality nutrition, regular exercise, adequate rest. Spiritual transformation is more effective when physical vehicle is functioning perfectly. Ninth, shield. Continuous education. Continue learning about psychology, strategy, leadership, communication. The more you understand how human influence works, the better you manage to protect yourself from manipulation and exercise positive leadership. 10th, shield. Unshakable faith in the process. When you have absolute certainty that your transformation is inevitable, external attacks lose power over you. You know they're just temporary turbulence on the journey toward your guaranteed destiny. These shields aren't paranoia. They're necessary precautions for anyone evolving beyond common mediocrity. And the more protected you are, the more quickly you can focus energy on transformation, instead of wasting it defending against unnecessary interference. Your evolution is inevitable, but it can be smoother and faster when you protect yourself intelligently. Chosen one. The moment arrived for you to make a decision that will define the speed and intensity of your inevitable transformation. You can choose to consciously collaborate with the process already happening, or you can resist and be transformed by force through circumstances. Conscious collaboration means accepting you're not common person destined for common life. It means embracing the responsibility of becoming a leader, influencer, person whose voice will impact generations. Resistance means trying to stay small when the universe is trying to make you great. It means fighting your own evolution out of fear of leaving your comfort zone. But here's the truth. Your transformation will happen anyway. You are going to become what you're destined to be. They already know it. The universe already decreed it. Your cells are already reorganizing. Your energy is already expanding. Your influence is already growing. The only question is whether you're going to surf the wave of transformation or be dragged by it. If you choose to collaborate, the process will be smoother, faster, more pleasant. You'll become protagonist of your own evolution instead of victim of circumstances. If you choose to resist, life will create increasingly intense situations to force you to grow, until there's no choice left besides surrendering to the person you're destined to be. I recommend choosing collaboration. Accept that you're special, that you have an important mission, that you were created to lead, inspire, transform lives. Stop hiding. Stop diminishing yourself. Stop pretending you're like everyone else when you clearly aren't. Assume your greatness. Develop your capacities. Use your influence. Fulfill your purpose. For those who made it this far and want to consciously accelerate this inevitable transformation through specific knowledge about spiritual leadership development, there's complete material that costs less than a pizza and comes with audiobook and 5-minute meditation guide as special bonus. If you feel you deserve to evolve at maximum possible speed, access is available in the description link and pinned comment of this video. If you choose to consciously collaborate with your inevitable transformation and accept the responsibility of becoming the person you're destined to be, write 777 in the comments to seal that commitment spiritually. Subscribe to this channel and activate all notifications to continue receiving guidance on how to navigate this accelerated evolution journey. Share this video with someone also going through inevitable transformation, because people evolving need to support each other on this journey. And before you leave, click on the video appearing on your screen right now to discover how to identify and neutralize people trying to sabotage your evolution. Together we are stronger,